What Rainer is doing here as well, guys, a lot of the wholesalers, there's different type of filleting. I'm not quite sure if you guys are aware of it. You've got what they call wet filleting or dry filleting. The majority of wholesalers in Perth, with the exception with a handful, they do what they call wet filleting. So basically they'll have running water running over the fish, because that way they can clean the fish. But the interesting thing is that dry filleting, generally speaking, the less you do to a fish, the fresher it stays. So dry filleting is the better way to go. Like if you want a sashimi grade type of fish, the less water it goes into contact with, the less it's been cleaned, the better it is.
Alright, so for this task I will use an old pastry knife, a serrated blade, and I will basically start my cut behind the head, behind the fin here. It's an angled cut towards the head. Cut through the belly as well. And then I turn my knife around on the actual center of the bone. And run my knife. The bone in the center will give me the guide now. Lift the belly flap. Then I come in.
Look at all the oohs and ahs.
I was like, ooh, as well. At least not work. Yeah, so you can see now still the center of the bone, yeah, where the all the segments connect together. All right, there you see there's a little bit of meat left here, but nonetheless it's something that we can remove once we've taken off both fillets. All right, so second side. Usually it's not the nice side because the fish lies a little bit uneven on the bench.
Another reason why salmon is a pretty good fish as well is I don't know if you guys have talked about recovery rates and things like that. Generally speaking, depending on what species you've got different recovery rates. When it comes to salmon, you get about a 70% recovery rate. So it's a very, very economical fish. And what Rainer is doing now as well is he's obviously scraping just even the smallest bits that are, on the bones you can utilize, So yeah, different fish, the salmon, if you look at how much is left, obviously we've taken the guts out in the factory, but really there's not much wastage there at all. When you've got some other species, they've got a lot more wastage. Because sometimes people, when they buy fish, they go, okay, well, this fish is like 20 bucks a kilo and this one's 30 bucks a kilo. And you go to a fish shop and you'll see the whole fish. And a lot of people, they'll just think, okay, well, the $30 fish or the $16 fish a kilo is better than the $20 kilo salmon. But they fail to actually, the fish that's $17 a kilo may have a 50% recovery, whereas the salmon has got a 70% recovery, which means that the salmon is actually better value for money for 20 bucks.
All right, and also for the fish heads, you will find that you have the cheeks on a salmon head as well. So in some cultures it is a delicacy to actually cook the fish heads and then serve it as part of a dish and in a soup. And obviously everything will be, so I heard yesterday that even the eyes get consumed and so forth. So, and as well the cheeks, they're not like, humongously like in a cow's head, but you get a substantial piece of meat and it's tasty. It's tasty, and this should be honored. The whole animal died for a reason. It died for us to to feed ourselves. So in that respect, we should honor it and utilize as much as we can.